Well, before we get to the present day threats, of which there are many, we have another viewer question. Yeah. Let's roll it.
Native Land Podcast. Let me make sure I get the name right so Angela does not chew me up again. And also, number 2, she chewed me up last time because I had my baby in the background, running around in the van while I needed to get this video out. But my name is Tiana, and I'm from Pittsburgh. And I love that Tiffany and Andrew mentions Game of Thrones. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. And that makes me wonder, too, sometimes while I'm watching it. Is the current administration under Queen Cersei or King Joffrey? I know for sure, though, they're Lannisters. Those are Lannisters in the office. I just want to know y'all thoughts on it. Lighten it up a little bit. Peace and have a wonderful day, y'all.
I love that question.
Did I really yell at her about having her child?
You were shady. She was in the driver's seat, it looked like, and...
But can I just say, I want to make this very clear. None of us are ever like chewing anybody out for real. It's all love. It's like when you go to a family reunion and you play the dozens, like whatever anyone's saying.
I might. I'm gonna let them speak for themselves.
I might. But Tiffany and I don't.
Okay. All right. Angela,
I'm still mad at the guy from saying Angela Miss Cross. Do you know people were doing that to me at Essence?
I just thought, I really did think he felt more familiar with you.
Like friendly
to
you.
That's what I was. People thought it was funny and they sided with me, Tip. They were like, hey, Angela, where's Miss Cross? They thought it was so funny. They thought it was funny.
I think I took it as he felt close enough to you to use your first name. When people use your first name, it's usually out of familiarity.
I want us all to have the same name. Either we all on a first name basis or we all Mr. and Miss. That's how I feel about it.
Well, Tiana.
I'm never chewing out Tiana. I'm never chewing anybody out about kids. I'm saying this part because I don't know nothing about Game of Thrones. So let me take my moment on this. I'm never chewing anybody else about your children. We welcome the kids. You can have your kids on the thing to say hello. We love the kids. Tiff loves the kids and she loves the dogs. Andrew loves the kids.
Not in that order, but yeah.
Wait, Andrew does not love the cats, but he loves
He doesn't love the pets.
If you don't know what that's about, go back some episodes.
Go back and watch the awkward moment episode.
Yeah,
anyway.
Especially for Tiffany's debut.
I'm with it. It is. Yeah, don't watch. This is not one for the kids. Do we remember the name of that episode? I don't even remember the name of it. It was Community Peen. I know that was in the title.
Right. Yes. I thought it was
going to say
porn.
It's Tiff's OnlyFans.
Yes.
I thought it was Tubi porn.
That was Angela said that on the show. Okay. She said, I didn't know we were about to hear some Tubi porn. Anyway, y'all can go back and find that episode. Anywho, okay, because Angela doesn't watch Game of Thrones, we will make this brief. Yeah. I disagree, Tiana, with the choices that she gave. I think they are not Lannisters because you remember that each show you thought, man, like these are the worst people.
The Lannisters were always the worst, though.
Well, hear me out. Cersei Lannister was awful. She birthed King Joffrey. Joffrey Lannister was awful. And you just thought, how could I hate these people more? And then we met Ramsay Bolton. So I'm going to say the Trump administration is Ramsay Bolton on steroids.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
They were methodical in how they broke down Theon Greyjoy. I think that is the equivalent of what we're seeing the Trump administration do to our society right now. Like they have him up on the thing, where they had him like stretched out. Like that's what it feels like the Trump administration is doing to our society. I would say they're Lannisters just for the subtext of incest, this very weird lust that this president seems to have for his own daughter. People forget about that because there's been so much mess. So that's where I would say they're like the Lannisters. But in terms of their cruelty and the imagination of their cruelty and their subhuman treatment of people that we've seen from the ICE deportations to these concentration camps that they're building, to how the big beautiful bill is going to impact people with their medicine and Medicaid. I would say they are the scum of Winterfell. The North remembers will always remember. So I say they're Ramsay Bolton. And I invite Angela to binge because it is an interesting show.
I like you did something creative there, but she did say keep it light, friend. I mean, you
I know, but
real deep.
There's a lot of parallels here.
There are. I'm going to take a slight exception. I do think at the core they are Lannisters because I think there is a thread that runs through particularly Cersei, but her daddy, Cersei, and Joffrey, I think are the three worst of the Lannisters. I'm going to push this one and say Queen Daenerys last episode when Crazy hit. And
you think the Trump administration is Daenerys?
In the sense that they took to fire and burned it all down. Like it's not just one, the enemy is not one, right? Like she could have had the enemy as one if the intention was simply to take out the castle, right? But when they really took stock of it and sat into themselves, when she sat into who she is, just as the Trumps, now that he knows who he is, what he's got to do, this second Trump 2.0, the man took fire to everybody, and everybody's on the receiving end right now. Innocent, poor, middle, rich, well-heeled, and not healed at all. So I'm sticking with it.
Okay, I thought we were going to move on, but I have such an issue with this that I have to just correct
She went crazy. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. At the time when I saw it, I thought, what the hell? Like, Daenerys has gone crazy. I will tell you, I've since revisited because I think her entire point was, and I think there's a parallel here. In DC, there are some innocent people. There are some good people. But if I'm trying to eradicate evil, and it's like, well, you can eradicate evil slowly over time, or you can just blow this bitch up in one fell Dracarys. I don't know what I'm choosing. Like, I might think, if you want to make an omelet, you got to crack some eggs. And so now, since seeing the Trump administration, since seeing what they're doing, I understand her more. Because it was like, to leave you all, it's like Trump can die, but Trumpism will live. And so you still have like all these young people who adopt his ideology. For real? You still have all of these people across America. Everybody's like, I think the election was stolen. I hope so. Because if it wasn't, then that means there are nearly 100 million people in this country who supports what this man is doing. And so I do kind of understand when she said, you know what? And they were telling her, and she was looking down at all the people. Like, some of y'all rock with me, but most of y'all don't. Dracarys. And burned everybody.
But you're taking it to mean that she used the fire to eliminate evil. And I'm suggesting
she used the fire to eliminate the people who were not loyal to her, so her reasoning may have been bad.
Right. And by the way, should leaders look for people who are loyal to them or people who are loyal to the larger, greater vision, larger cause?
To the larger cause.
Right. And so
maybe hers was a larger cause.
And the Trumps are in parallel alignment in the sense that what they were looking for was fealty to the individual. Daenerys, at the end of the day, wanted fealty to her. And at different points, we saw different parts of her where it seemed that she was, for the greater good, the greatest good for the greatest number. And then I think as she got, again, closer to the throne and more healed in her seat, the real true style of leadership came forth. And I think Trumps are the same way. And their fire is not to eliminate the enemies. Their fire is to eliminate anyone who would stand in their way. Okay. All the institutional structures that are built to hold them accountable, they want to extinguish them. And so I'm Queen Daenerys. Last episode.
Well, I will leave it to the audience. Y'all let us know, because one thing I do miss is after every episode of Game of Thrones, all the black people would talk them thrones. Them thrones was the best thing that ever happened to us as a community. So I am reigniting them thrones, Dracarys, setting fire to this discussion. Audience, you all tell us, who are the Trump administration? Did you agree with Daenerys and the way that she handled it? Did we support Jon Snow of taking out Daenerys? And if any one of you all hits me with spoilers, please no spoilers. I'm going to clown you so hard.
You have finished the season, right?
This show is like 10 years old now. So
yeah, there are no spoilers.
And I don't really respect you binge watchers, because we had to suffer through each week. After the Red Wedding, we had to wait 7 days. Right. But if you want to binge watch and catch up, Angela has already shook her head no. But if some of y'all want to binge watch, Angela, I promise you will not regret.
Great lesson in
you will
leadership
not
styles.
regret.
You guys, the problem that you have for me is I do not like blood and gore. And the one that I saw, somebody got castrated.
Oh, it gets worse.
Yes.
I don't want to see that.
Okay.
So
every episode is not blood and gore.
Yep, but here's the thing. If you could tell me which ones to avoid, oh, Lord. If you could tell me which ones to avoid, I'm down. But if you can't, I just...
No, you got to suffer.
You got to take it all.
Yeah.
Like Sinners, I had to keep looking away like, ooh.
Sinners
but I loved
so
it.
Good.
It
I like that you took this GOT. This got real serious with it. I was going to be real light, and you like, nah, this is it.
Well, there's so many parallels in the series, but okay.
But we're moving on.
We're moving on.
Native Land Pod is a production of iHeartRadio in partnership with Reason Choice Media. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.